I'll take that 1L. I'm here. Damn, they're all together too. That's so cool. Actually in the flesh.
Sam.
Whoa.
It must have been one hell of a journey, especially on your own.
The
But
lips
now
were
the whole
super
team is
distinct. Like the
together
audio, the dialogue was
The whole
super
team.
distinct for a second.
Die Hardman too.
Wait.
Too much traveling to and from beaches in such a short span. Chiral matter contaminated her cells, effectively causing jet lag on a molecular level. Because of that, her homeostatic mechanisms were shaken.
Okay.
Don't worry, she's not in any danger, but she needs some rest.
I've
So
got the.
where's the director?
He's being looked after in another room.
What is that?
Bridges personnel found him lying outside the isolation ward. Similar to when you came back from Cliff's Beach.
Oh, Clifford dropped
Even
him off.
after decontamination, she needed more and more time to recover.
Come on, Fragile. Don't die yet. Oh, there she is. It's your kryptonite. Come on.
Sam, you made it.
Hungry.
Look at her hands. Yeah, they're old because of what happened to her.
Thanks. Looks like you need me after all. Who'd have thought? Anyway, clock's ticking. Am I right? Sam's here. The Great Deliverer. The only one who can reach Amelie's beach.
You're in no condition to do this. It's not fair to you or Sam.
In my own search for Amelie's beach, I have come to realize something extraordinary. If beaches were likened to a multiverse, hers would appear to exist on a higher plane than ours.
Okay, like a
I can walk
4D,
the beaches of others,
basically.
but hers is beyond my reach. It's invisible, inaccessible, even to Fragile, I fear. Imagine it as a circulatory system, if you will. Each of our beaches is a single capillary, but Amelie's beach is the heart that pumps blood to the rest of us.
The main.
Capillaries are subordinate to the greater whole, a whole governed by the heart, which gives direction, which dictates flow, which dictates everything, controls everything. Don't you see? She
In
is
complete
in
control. She literally could have.
You may be able to travel against the flow and reach her, but having done so, if she does not wish to let you go, if she wishes to kill
Shit. Sam's gonna have to die at the
She
end.
Fragile and Die Hardman broke free from her beach, didn't they?
I don't think it was any different from what happened to you. I didn't get out because I wanted to. I was forced out, repatriated, if you will, by her.
Forced out. Why?
This is only a theory, but she wants you to go to her. That's her final wish, don't you think?
So that's it, huh? Amelie's the E, and this is her endgame.
Is it that simple? There's got to be something more to her.
Just so we're clear, if I want to stop the last stranding and come back in one piece, I need to go to her beach and talk her out of it. That about right?
You might have to do
Correct.
more than that.
As cliche as it sounds, you're our only hope. Though quite frankly, I doubt even you can change her mind.
If you can't make her see reason, You'll have to kill her. And if you kill her...
You'll save the world. But you'll be stranded outside of it.
Yet. Sam's gonna have to die. Oh, it's gonna be one of those depressing endings. Fuck! I shouldn't have said anything at episode 9 when I said it's gonna be a happy ending. I jinxed the fuck out of myself. Oh my god. I'm not ready, man. I'm not ready. So now, if Sam does die, then who's going to be the main character for part 2?
Might as well make it official then. You ready to deliver the package?
I wouldn't lie if I didn't say they'd probably be good together, but I don't know if that's gonna happen.
I'll talk to her. Maybe she'll listen. But with the shape the world's in, it'll only be delaying the inevitable. Still, if it buys us time to try and build something better, a new lease on life, at least for a little bit, well, I can think of one woman who made the most of a chance like that.
Oh,
Nothing lasts forever, not even the world. But we gotta keep it going as long as we can, right? Patch the holes, change the parts, all that. So we can say we had a good run, that we lived.
Thought you didn't like having to handle things with care.
Because
This
it was
sounds-
hard enough keeping my own shit together. Back when we met at the cave, the only thing I cared about was making it to the next sunrise. Sure as hell didn't care about America or the future. I was living a lie, hung up on past regrets. I was broken. But somewhere along the way, I started changing. Started meeting people that made me think that maybe it wasn't all bad. People that put their faith in tomorrow, and in me. That kept the lights on, and waited for hope to arrive. So I gotta deliver, for their sake.
Even if it means you never come back?
Fucked if I do, fucked if I don't, right? Take care of Lou.
I will.
shit,
And
man.
find a working still mother east of Port Knot City. Kid's done enough. No more.
All right. I'll do my best to nurse our little one back to health.
Yeah, that's gonna mean something, especially for Mama, considering what happened.
Okay, concentrate. Help me look for Amelie. Reach for her, Sam. Feel her. I know you love her. You love her! There.
Oh shit, man. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. It's happening. Either way, Sam's gonna be stuck on the beach, right? I'm guessing Fragile is gonna be the main character for part 2. Man! Okay.
Sam.
Amelie. What?
You want to go home?
Let's go home.
What?
It's okay. I know the way.
Maybe a baby. Are we going to the seam? Strand, episode 13. Oh, is the water red? Stained by the blood of all the people she killed. Jesus. Oh, it is. What is... That's Earth? What the fuck? So this is Amelie's beach, huh? Am I to walk into the water? Is that what I'm supposed to do? I don't even have a scanner. I have literally nothing. Hold on, I've got to get a picture of this. This is absolutely beautiful. Not even just for the thumbnail, but like, this is literally, this is like background poster fucking worthy shit. Oh my goodness. Jesus Christ. Look at that. Amazing. Just this game. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm walking into the water. I think the cutscene was like a hint that you're supposed to go into the water. Unless I'm stupid, but I think that's what I'm supposed to do. It looks like wires, like the... Maybe they are. It's like, I don't know. Oh. Was I wrong? I guess I was wrong. Oops. Guessing I'm running this way alongside the beach. Amelie, where could you be? I'm not supposed to like parkour on like the corpses, am I? What? Get up. Oh.
London Bridge is falling down.
That's that song that was mentioned in the file.
Down. Falling down. London Bridge is falling down. My fair lady.
Oh, she's in black now. What the hell?
The last stranding has already begun.
Wait, that's Bridget. That's the gun.
Amelie?
You're too late. What took you so long?
Your voice.
You still don't know who I am, do you?
Who are you?
Sam.
It's Bridget. It's always been Bridget. It's her.
Come back.
It's always been your mother. Bridget.
Sam, listen to me.
Lady. Oh, she's doing the same thing from episode 1. Or was it the prologue?
I love you, Sam.
Then
I'll be waiting for you on the beach.
my theory has to be
I've
right.
been waiting for you. Right here, ever since.
She's the same person, right?
You were supposed to stop me. Stop all of this.
Bridget?
Yes. It's me, Sam.
Okay.
Where's Amelie?
Where she's always been? Nowhere. My daughter, Samantha America Strand, doesn't exist.
Amelie doesn't exist.
Not in your world. I'm sorry, Sam.
What?
I've had to wear a mask for so long. Amelie and Bridget are both a part of me.
What's that supposed to mean?
Quiet, and I'll tell you. There is no time for questions. Listen.
I'm listening.
Just listen.
It has to be the fact that her soul and her body were separated or whatever. And then they became one, I guess, like Mama and Lochna kind of did. But that's a different situation. Right? This has to be the case.
Do you understand, Sam? Amelie and Bridget. Those are just names. What I am is an extinction entity. So, knowing what you know now, you have two choices.
Us getting shot, one of them.
You wouldn't come back if it happened here, you know. You'd be straight on to the afterlife. But no. It's not one of them. Killing you would be a terrible mistake.
Kill her or let her live.
I know that better than anyone. The last stranding has already begun. A seam has formed from my beach and the beaches of every soul in America. And soon it will be inundated by a vast surge of antimatter starting here. In a flash, this world will
Oh, it's
be
gonna blow up the fucking planet.
consumed by an explosion. A big bang. So, that brings us to your first choice. Do nothing. Stay here with me and bear witness to the very end.
Just watch it burn.
I'm sorry, but
With me. Until the last flame winks out.
you've caused far too many innocent people to die because of you and your lies.
Sounds so bad, does it?
I'm sorry, but
It's
no.
not like the world has long left anyway.
I'm not damning all those people to hell. Fuck that. No.
Then there's the second choice. In expanding the network, you brought people and their beaches together, integrating them into a greater whole. Like this Kipu. But in doing so, you also bound them to my beach. The very beach where I opened the gates to the other side. You can't stop what's coming. But if you cut me and my beach loose, perhaps you can stop it from spreading. You might just prevent the last stranding. And mankind will live to die another day.
And it doesn't have to end here.
But it does. The beach is doomed no matter what. One look ought to tell you that. Which is why we must sever our connection.
Abandon her, basically.
The end of the Death Stranding.
You can't stop the inevitable. The sixth extinction will happen either today or tomorrow. You can either end it with dignity, quick, clean, and in a flash, or you can struggle in vain, knowing full well what's waiting come the finish. Those are your choices.
Jesus Christ.
You kept it all this time. Perhaps you still have a chance to stop this nightmare. You brought the world together. You have the right to decide. Pull the rope or cut the noose. But whatever you do, don't hesitate.
What about an option 3?
I'm ready, Sam Strand. Make your choice.
But wait. I don't know what to do.
Sure you do. After everything, how could you not?
Oh. Oh, come on! Don't make me do this! What? There's gotta be a third option, right? Amelie, I am so... I don't see a third option. Can I catch up to her? Can I stop her? What Stop! 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 Oh shit. Oh, did I just kill everybody? Huh? Huh?
I'm
Oh,
ready, Sam
fuck,
Strand.
I have to. I literally have to.
Make your choice.
Wait,
There is always another
I
option.
don't know what to do.
I hate her, but still.
Sure you do. After everything, how could you not?
Maybe if I shoot her in the leg, maybe it'll do something. Come on. Can I shoot myself? Wait, if I put her with a gun, can I interact with her in any way? What? Wait. Oh, okay.
I'm here for you. Always. Like you were for me.
Is this option 3? Oh.
Here. It's a dream catcher. Wear it when you sleep, and I'll keep the nightmares away. I'll always be with you. When you're all grown up, you'll need it to make us whole again. And when the time comes, you'll have to stop me. You are the only one who can. Promise you'll remember. Sam, I'll be waiting for you on the beach.
I remember. You knew. You always knew.
I did and I didn't. I had so many dreams of the future. I didn't know which ones to trust. Which is why I decided to share them with you and the others. But to connect the dots, to make sense of everything, you need perspective. You need time. Time has no meaning to me. I am not a line. I am a single point. Which is why all I could do was just show you the choices and let you decide.
Our nightmares are your dreams.
You found the common thread, the strand that links them together. And you did that the only way possible. To live life one day at a time. Thank you, Sam. A gun won't help you here. But it still has a role to play.
What does that mean?
It was the bonds between people that brought the world together. And if that is what matters most to you, then I will stay here on this beach. And I will shut myself in and the rest of you out.
Shut yourself in, come on.
Once the last stranding starts, it can't be stopped. I can't go with you. All I can do is try to spare you the worst.
Why do you have to stay on the beach?
Sam, I am the beach. And I must stay here and ensure that the extinction happens. Even if it takes tens or hundreds of thousands of years.
Alone?
That's what an EE does. If I had just done my job, none of this would have happened. But I couldn't take it anymore. I got so tired of waiting, and I figured that no one would blame me if I just got it all over with. So, that's what I did.
Sounds like hell.
But you and the others came together, connected. And you may be living on borrowed time, but you still have hope. Before each of the Big Five, life rebelled. They fought back, evolved in order to survive. The extinction isn't just an ending. It's an opportunity. And if I have to pay the price for that, to be the sacrifice, then so be it. Even if we aren't together,
Man.
we will always be connected. Goodbye, Sam.
Why is he in... I see a photo. Oh shit, there's Lucy. Could Lou actually be Lou? I don't even... I don't know anymore.
A gun won't help you here.
It still has a
But
role
it
to
still
play?
has a role to play.
What does that mean? Sam's Beach. Oh shit. Norman Reedus, yes. Mads Mikkelsen's, yes. Leah Seydoux. Pretty sure the X is silent. Troy Baker, yes. Margaret Qualley, okay. Tommy Earl Jenkins. Am I playing the end credits? Is that what's going on? Guillermo del Toro, I think. Is that how you said that? Nicholas Winding Refn. Jesse Cordy. Darren Jacobs. Emily O'Brien. Oh, looks like he's done. I guess I'm supposed to go this way.
Quiet, and I'll tell you. There is no time for questions. When you were young, you used to have bad
shit.
dreams. You cried about them all the time. The truth is, those weren't your dreams. They were mine. For as long as I can remember, I've dreamt of the beach. Not just while sleeping, in my waking hours too. In my dreams, I watched the world end so many times. Countless past extinctions that decimated life on this planet. Again, and again, and again. At first, I didn't understand what I was seeing or why. And that wasn't the worst of it. There were other, more terrible dreams. Dreams of death and destruction. Of a massive extinction to come. Like this one. And I would always be the one to end it all. To bring about the last stranding. As I have today.
Not giving up just yet. Up another pause. She wanna talk to me again? Oh. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. Walk forward? Oh, here we go.
The first operation, I was only 20. I opened my eyes and found myself on the beach. But the moment I came round, I was back in the hospital bed. I was split across two worlds.
Am I right?
Bridget, my Ha in that one. Amelie, my Ka.
I was right!
Somehow, the two of us managed to coexist. Soon, our ages began to diverge. Only Bridget's body got older, while the beach kept Amelie's the same.
That makes sense. What?
So I came up with a story. I told people that Amelie was my daughter. A daughter with a debilitating condition and an absent father. Look. Amelie. Is French for soul.
Lie. Soul lie.
A soul that's a lie. There was no Amelie. Only me and the beach.
Crazy.
I thought it was a curse in the beginning. But later, I started thinking, maybe I can use this. I tried to find out more about the beach. Because understanding the beach had to be the key to interpreting my visions of the future.
So I was right. Her body became Bridget Akio Sakamoto, and her Ka became Amelie. So they're both different people, but the same as well. That's crazy. Alright, I'm back. I should be due for another Amelie Bridget occurrence. Also, I'm in black and white like Hartman was. I just like realized that.
I realized the beach was connected to the world of the dead, which meant that somewhere out beyond it were the memories of time itself. including those of every organism that had ever lived. 4.6 billion years of biological history, a history that might even stretch back to the creation of the universe. The chiral network and everything that followed was born from my pursuit of that knowledge. By passing data through the beach, we were unbound by the restrictions of time. Simulations that would have taken years or more were simple and effortless. Everything that the Earth had lost and forgotten could be reconstructed and reclaimed. But shortly after we began our research, America saw its first void out.
Shit.
I thought I was running out of time, that my nightmares were becoming a reality. So I raced to complete the chiral network as quickly as possible. The past held all the answers. If only I could find a way to piece them together. A network that bridged our world and the beach. That might do it, I believed. So I started researching bridge babies, children bound to the world of the dead. What causes an extinction entity to come into being? What was the reason for the previous 5 mass extinctions? The answers to those questions would tell me how to stop the 6th. I founded bridges, more determined than ever to build a chiral network that would cover all of America. But the longer I fought my war against the inevitable, the weaker I became. My Ha had cancer.
Yeah, that's
The
right.
beach's punishment, maybe, for not playing along like a good little EE. And then, just like that, my Ha was gone. I couldn't finish what I'd started. So, I asked you to do it for me, and you did. You helped us complete the network, helped us to reclaim everything the universe experienced from its inception to this moment. Every mystery was ours to solve, like this one. Once, there was an explosion. A big bang that gave birth to time and space. Thing is, it was more like a big fluke. All that matter and antimatter should have canceled itself out, leaving nothing. But somehow a tiny speck of matter survived. Just enough. Enough to make this world and everything in it. A world that shouldn't be, a world out of balance. Order inevitably gives way to chaos. Everything that lives must inevitably die. It's like the universe is trying to return us to the nothing we came from. Maybe the Big Five were its best attempts to finish us off. But somehow, life always managed to survive just enough. Enough to thumb its nose at the will of the cosmos. You know, I'm starting to think that extinction might be the key to overcoming total annihilation. It forces life to fight to survive, to endure, to exist. That's why the Big Five ultimately rekindled life instead of extinguishing it. From the ashes of the dead rise the living. Stronger and wiser. Inheritors of the legacy of existence itself. They defy the universe and refuse to surrender. They say, we're just getting started. Extinction is an opportunity.
So she drank the Kool-Aid and truly became the extinction entity. I wonder what will happen. I see. I'm not allowed to leave just yet. This might be the final one.
I pulled the trigger twice that day. I knew at once I'd made a mistake. I found your beach and looked everywhere for you.
Oh my
Sam.
goodness.
There you are.
Is that what that scar means? Did she give us the stomach scar?
You want to go home?
And then she puts us in the water.
I wanted to set you free from death once and for all. It's okay. I know the way. But in doing so, I upset the fundamental balance between life and death. I just wanted to save you. I am an extinction entity. It's my fate to lead our species to extinction. But that moment, you became part of that fate. You became a repatriate, and dooms started spreading my nightmares to others throughout the world. It was me that got you and everyone with dooms into this.
Huh.
Not long after, the Death Stranding occurred. The dead clung to our world, and BTs used my beach to cross over and devour them, triggering more void outs. A catalyst that would set the world on a path to extinction. It was my duty to serve as a sacrifice, to wait and watch it unfold from this beach. That, or hasten the last stranding and end this slow death. Given these, my only options, I chose to end it quickly.
I see.
But to trigger the last stranding, I needed you, a part of me. Here too. I would be able to witness extinction consummated with you by my side. But now that you're here, there's another choice. You can cut me off. An EE doesn't have that option for itself. But in my nightmares, I saw another future. One that you chose. One where extinction is hope against total annihilation.
So I have to cut her off and abandon her. Oh shit, the cast, it's like this is the end. Wow.
Faintly, I'll go. To take this head on. Soon I'll come around.
Oh shit, Matt Mullins was in this?
Waiting for my words, seem but never. Buried underground,
Oh, Kojima was motion capture himself.
but I'll keep coming.
Junji Ito was in this?
Wipe those tears
Wow, okay.
and make your heart proud. Soon I'll come around. Lost and never found. Waiting for my words. Seen but never heard. Buried underground. But I'll keep coming. Yeah, 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 I'll keep coming.
Amazing. Kojima, you have outdone yourself. I understand the hype. Genuinely amazing. Oh my goodness. I'm not sure what to do now.
A gun won't help you here. But it still has a role to play.
Do I have to die and then repatriate? Is that what they want me to do? I see. Death Stranding. Okay. Reconnect with the living. Wait, what? That wasn't what I was supposed to do?
Listen, Sam. I was the one that brought you and Cliff together again. There was something I wanted you to know. You were never abandoned. And you're not alone.
He's the baby, right?
Don't you see, Sam?
Please confirm that for me. I've been saying this for so long. Oh, I see the people floating in the sky. Falling down. My fair lady. Okay. Oh. Oh, that's Huh?
Right here.
Wait, what?
I see him. This way. Oh my God. He's over there. Sam!
Okay.
Over here, Sam.
Okay.
Coming, Sam. You ready, my girl?
Ready. Sam. Sam. I see you.
Okay. Lou, take me to Sam.
Oh, shit, they're about to come over here.
Sam.
Bridget. Actually, Bridget this time, too. Oh, wait, no, it's still Amelie.
Don't give up. You're
Well,
still
I mean,
connected.
they're the same person. Okay, take me home.
Gotcha.
I see. Time to repatriate one more time. All right, Sam, wake up. Oh, and it's him. Ooh. That was an experience, man. Literally a fucking movie. straight up just a movie. My goodness. And it's crazy to me that people still try to argue video games aren't fucking art. Or on the level of movies or TV or whatever, but... Like... this was an experience. Like, Jesus. So much so that I'm not even sure how they'll be able to like adapt this into a movie without making it like 4 hours long. My goodness.
For too long have we lived as strangers to one another, divided by walls built to keep us safe.
Is this President or...
But now with the completion of the chiral network,
oh shit,
we may at last move forward as a people united. Today we come together to celebrate the birth of a new nation. A new nation for a new world. The United Cities of America. I once took an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. And though that proud republic may be no more, we remain. And so, as your president, I hereby swear to support and defend you, the people. Let there be no more walls between us, nor masks to hide who we are. Let there be a new America. An America where we can face one another, where we can speak our minds and open our hearts. Now, the old ways die hard, but I believe, my fellow Americans, that we have the strength and the courage to rise above our past and embrace our future.
everybody's here.
Death Stranding is a part of that past. An enduring shadow. A constant reminder of what could have been. That we stand here today is testament, not to the greatness of any one individual, but to our capacity to come together. To the bonds between us. To our collective greatness. All things must come to an end. Ourselves included. But as long as we savor each moment, find joy in the promise of tomorrow, embrace hope, and reject despair, we will endure. President Bridget Strand and her daughter, Samantha America Strand, sacrificed everything in their pursuit of hope that we, the people, might be whole again. That they are not here today to see the fruits of their labor fills us all with a profound sadness.
Makes sense why they lie about that.
But we find comfort in the knowledge that their memories will live on in the chiral network and in our hearts. We will always remain connected. There is another hero in this story. One whose achievements seem destined to go unrecognized. America still needs that hero. That person without whom we would not be here. Now, the name is unimportant, but you know who I mean. And for that unsung hero, I have a message. It was you who brought us together. You who made us whole again. And while you and I will eventually pass on, we will be...
Going somewhere, Sam? Tired of being the unsung hero?
No, I'm done is all. She's gone.
Come on, wait. There's something I need to tell you. Huh. This doesn't bother you anymore? Well, that's great. Now,
Lucy did
would
say.
you like to know how we brought you back from the beach? We were going to use the doll, but didn't have one handy, which is when I remembered something else.
Not what I think it is.
Yes, what could be more connected to Amelie's beach than President Strand's umbilical cord? Hartman thought that's why she left it with me in the first place. Unfortunately...
It didn't work.
Yeah, she'd already cut her beach loose. It was just gone. We didn't know if that meant she dragged you into the great beyond or sent you to some other beach. We were really racking our brains. Hartman and Mama split up and started searching every beach you might feasibly have washed up on. We looked for a month with absolutely nothing to show for it.
Damn.
A month on the outside. How long on the inside?
Trust me when I tell you, you don't want to know. But don't worry. We found no signs of accelerated aging. In the end, this is what led us to you. Just when we were about to give up, Die Hardman reminded us about the revolver. So, we tried to follow it, and it led us to a far corner of your own beach. And bingo, there you were. Mama made visual contact first. She was able to see you from her vantage point on the other side. She informed Lochna via their connection, and Hartman confirmed your location during his subsequent NDE. The plan was for Fragile to, in essence, slingshot Lou and me to your position so we could rescue you. But it's not so easy to send multiple individuals to another person's beach for an extended period of time. And that's where the umbilical cord came in. We wove these from President Strand's DNA. They serve as a single knot that binds us all. The President must have known all of this would happen.
Huh.
Ironic, isn't it? The gun that set this whole mess in motion ends up being the key to saving you.
Amelie, she said it had another purpose.
Not a weapon, but a lifeline. A stick that became a rope. I suppose that's one way of putting it. Oh, Sam. You have no idea how long I've been waiting to give you a hug.
Right.
Got something else to tell you. Top secret. It's about Cliff. BB's mother's name was Lisa Bridges, Cliff's common-law wife.
Lisa Bridges.
Now, Cliff was killed by a man identified in the records only as John. Former U.S. Special Forces. Quite good at it by all accounts. Later appointed as an aide to the president, who used him for most of her wet work. The records go on to state that he vanished after Cliff's death. A warrant was put out, but he was later found dead. Turned out some people die harder than others, though. Dear John donned a mask and reappeared with a new identity. But you can't fool the chiral network. We restored the old records, and Mama hid them deep in the archives. You're the only one besides us with access privileges. Take a look if you're so inclined. But don't say I didn't warn you. The president's got some dirty,
I've got to know about this Lisa.
I don't trust him, but I'll work with him if that's what it takes. We'll talk later.
I've got to know about this Lisa Bridges, and I've got to know about what happens to Lucy. Also, Die Hardman still not being able to trust him, like... And this is supposed to be the end of the game.
Sam.
So... Death Stranding 2 might be the plot line for it? Interesting.
I don't expect you to forgive me. But would you hear me out? I killed Captain Clifford Unger. I would tell you I did it for America. For love of country. But I didn't. I did it for her. Because I loved her with all my heart.
Oh, shit.
She was everything to me. Everything. Now, I'm not trying to make excuses. I just want you to know that not a day's gone by when I haven't thought about it. Time didn't help. Or the mask. Please, let me finish. The captain, saved my life. You know why they call me Die Hardman. Because he wouldn't let me die. He brought my sorry ass back home every time.
What? Like he literally repatriated him?
And I loved him. As much as I loved her. And when he stared me down, that ghost, I knew he was here to kill me, to make it right. And why shouldn't he? Why didn't he? He couldn't save his kid, his baby. And that's what brought him back. I guess when he saw I was trying to do my part for America, he remembered who he was. And he forgave me. God! But I don't deserve it, God damn it!
Yeah, that's what Bridget said.
There is no atoning for what I've done. God!
The guild had to be getting to him for a very long time.
But maybe this is the next best thing. Maybe he brought me back from the beach for a reason. One last time. He wanted me to do this. To keep on being Die Hardman.
No. He didn't. Nobody wants a president who acts like they're immortal. And if you're not scared of death, how can you value life? And life is pretty fucking fragile right now. And yeah, the old ways die hard. But that's what's gonna have to happen if we're gonna come together and build a better America. That gun won't help you here. That's her words, not mine.
Thank you, Sam.
Wow. Like I said, this game's it's literally a movie.
Hey, Sam. Been waiting for you.
Lou?
Calm down.
Dead?
Poor thing was never truly alive. Not in this world, at least.
Shit. Come
The
on.
decommissioning order finally came through. Can't risk necrosis. The body can't stay here.
Fuck. Man.
I thought you might want to take care of it.
That's depressing as
You
shit.
could try taking Lou out of the pod just to see what happens. But that would be in direct contravention of an executive order.
Take him out. Come on.
And there are laws about that kind of thing, now that we're a nation. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. But if the alternative is defying the president, I can't do that either. Not me.
But you can,
All
Sam.
right. I'll go to the incinerator.
Shit. Come on. That's depressing. That's so depressing, man.
Before you leave, I'd like to check something quickly. I just took your cufflinks offline. In that state, there'd be nothing to stop you from removing them. If you did, the UCA wouldn't know where you were or how to find you.
Off the grid?
You'd be invisible. When you use the incinerator, you'll be reconnected to the network automatically. I trust you'll remember what I said.
Right. Absolutely.
Does that mean I can just disappear Lou and... Maybe? Is Lou dead? Are we sure? Oh, that's so nice.
Thanks for everything.
How much he's changed. Alright, Sam. Oh, fragile. You're all suited up.
How's the weather?
Don't think you'll be needing an umbrella. I decided to follow my father's dream after all. Don't worry. I won't get mixed up with any terrorists this time. UCA's got my back. We're the first private delivery company to get the official approval.
Sounds like you're moving up in the world. Congratulations.
Thanks. Wait. There's something I have to tell you. I didn't shoot Higgs. Couldn't pull the trigger.
What?
So I let him choose. Death or eternal solitude on the beach.
Fair enough. You never did like breaking things.
That's right. I find and fix what's broken. And reconnect. I'm fragile.
But
Not
Not that fragile. Huh. Alright.
Wanna come work for me? Could use a man like you.
the world's still broken. Same as before.
What isn't? But we're still here.
Oop.
We're still chugging along.
Not everyone. Not me.
Come on. You put America back together, didn't you?
Doesn't mean there's a place for me. I've got no ties to anyone or anything.
Bullshit.
I might as well be dead.
Ow, fuck.
I felt like that when we first met in the cave. I still do.
Don't act like you're the same person. You've learned how to touch, to feel. You've
Exactly.
connected with people. With us.
Everything I touch, I lose.
Come on, Sam. You get it? He's depressed because of Lou.
Sam!
He doesn't even want to eat a cryptobite.
Come on, Lou. One last delivery.
Episode 14. Oh shit, is this... Am I actually doing the delivery? I am. Lay BB to rest. Shit. The day is... Yeah. It's kind of a depressing ending a little bit. The world didn't end, but man, Sam lost like, I don't know, the two people. I don't even know what to call Bridget and Amelie. Yeah. He's basically lost literally all his family. Lost his wife, his child, his father, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Clifford is confirmed to be his father. Lisa Bridges being his wife. He lost Amelie and Bridget as well. And now he's lost Lou, which is basically his child. That's pretty sad, I won't lie. Of the song just perfect. Okay. Man, this just isn't fair.
All right. I guess we're here. You still with me, though?
Poor thing was never truly alive. Not in this world, at least.
Well, thanks for everything.
Oh.
This child's special. One of a kind.
A BB candidate.
Either that, or
A sacrifice.
a foundation. A bridge.
Brought you an astronaut. Mankind can go anywhere, even outer space. You'll be out of there in no time. And the second all this is over, I'm gonna take you wherever you want to go. Can I help you? Holy shit. John, is that you?
Captain, what are you doing here?
My wife's checked in. They don't want a repeat of last year.
The Void Out in Manhattan. I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were the husband.
Yeah, this flashback, we saw pieces of it.
This isn't what we agreed on. You said you'd do everything in your power to save BB.
We are. But we cannot release your son just yet. Believe me when I tell you it's for the best.
This is a woman in a mask who's done nothing but lie to me.
I have a duty to protect our country. Lies are an unfortunate necessity.
The President gave me the highest level access privileges. I've used them to manipulate the security system. We have 5 minutes before it resets, sir. 5 minutes to talk. Off the record. Take BB and get out of this place.
That's right.
There's nothing I can do for your wife. I'm sorry. You were my commanding officer, but I swore an oath to the President to protect her and the country at all costs. Now, if she orders me to do something, I have to do it. I have to. But I served under you first. And your family doesn't deserve this. Any of this.
Why are you helping me? If they catch you.
Because you saved my life, sir. Again and again. When the brass sent us into the jaws of hell, it was you that brought us home. Back then, I thought I was invincible. I thought I was some kind of action hero. But I'm not the hero. You are, sir. You're the reason I'm still alive. And it's past time I paid that debt. They're moving your son to a new facility tomorrow. You'll never see him again. He'll serve as the foundation of a new communications network. A sacrifice for a nation that no longer exists. I wrote down everything you need to know. It was the only way to keep it off the system. Burn it when you're done. The rest is up to you, sir.
He never got out. Shit.
I believe this belongs to you, sir. Now, I can't terminate your wife's life support from inside her room. System won't allow it. So, this is the only other option. An alarm is set to go off if she flatlines. I've rigged the system to spoof her vitals. But you won't have long. 5 minutes, tops. Don't hesitate, sir. This is the only chance you'll get.
I'm sorry, Lisa. Don't worry. I'll take care of him. I promise you. I promise you. My animal, Lisa. I'm sorry.
Okay. And there's no other way.
I just took your cufflinks offline. In that state, there'd be nothing to stop you from removing them.
Come
If
on.
you did, the UCA wouldn't know where you were or how to find you. You'd be invisible. When you use the incinerator, you'll be reconnected to the network automatically. You could try taking Lou out of the pod just to see what happens. But that would be in direct contravention of an executive order.
Wait, no. Shit. I was hoping there would be some kind of like way out, man. Oh my god.
A purpose that cannot fulfill outside the pod. There is a 70% risk of catastrophic failure simply in removing it.
You gotta try though. Oh, I think we're gonna see the rest of what happened to Clifford. Oh, wait, what? Wild. Oh shit. There's Sam's mother, I'm pretty sure. Oh, the controls are kind of hard, I won't lie. There he is. Elevator. I guess the people coming in. Oh shit. Bunch of military dudes. Nurse. More military dudes down there. Okay. Should I go back to Clifford? See if I can do something? try. Oh shit, yeah. Hey. He's about to run into... Okay. Okay. Shit. You're gonna have to shoot the glass out.
Freeze! Hey, put it down! Drop it! Put it down!
Back off. Back off!
Stand down. Get up! Don't do it! I'll handle this. I'm sorry, Captain. Don't! You got it! You two! Stay there! And hold your fire!
Thanks for trying, John.
Stop! Step aside, sir, or we'll be forced to open fire. It's a dead end. He's trapped. Security will take it from here.
That's right, walk away. Oh, what the fuck? We're just...
I'm sorry, Lisa. I screwed it up. I've ruined everything.
Shit, man.
This room is off limits. No one goes in. But he's in there, sir. I saw him. You stalled wrong. Now check the other way. Go! Yes, sir.
No. Open it up. He's inside.
Move, dumbass.
BB. Don't worry. It's okay. I'll always be with you. See the sunset. The day is ending. Let that yawn out. There's no pretending. I will hold you and protect you. So let love hold you till the When I found out I was gonna be a father, I was so scared. Scared of what it would mean. I had to be there for you and your mom, no matter what. I couldn't just go off and get myself killed anymore. Couldn't leave you all alone. I couldn't.
Get off of him! Now!
I had it all wrong. All wrong. Being a father didn't make me scared.
That's exactly what he said
It made me brave.
in episode 11. Man.
I'm sorry. Sorry it took me so long.
Captain. Look at you.
Don't make the same mistake. Be yourself. Be free.
Oh my god.
Shit, yeah.
Captain, I need you to hand it over.
Shoot him, John.
Let it go. Please.
Shoot him! I gave you an order. Shoot him!
You told me your name was Sam Porter. But you're Sam Bridges,
That's your father.
my son.
Mm-hmm.
My bridge to the future. Without you, I was just like any other Cliff. A dead end. No way forward. Nothing. obstacle. Looking on at the world people like you were trying to build. Dividing people was the only thing I was ever good at. But not you, Sam. You bring people together. You're their bridge to the future. And mine. Come on, Sam. Stand up.
Is this me?
Oh, God. Not BB2.
No!
And then she stabbed him. Jesus. And then she stopped him from dying and turned him into a doomed sufferer / repatriate in the process. Jesus Christ. This game, man, it's so good. The story. Oh, they're like alive now. They're no longer dead. They're back on Sam's beach.
Sam,
There's Amelie.
there you are.
Oh, damn. Yep, that's the scar.
You want to go home? Let's go home.
know the way.
What the hell?
There you are. Welcome back.
You understand his days as a BT are over, now that his connection to the other side has been severed.
It was me who cut the cord. So yes.
A deathless repatriate in the world of the living. Should we decommission him?
In a manner of speaking. Take him out of the pod. I'll raise him as my own.
He did it.
Come on, Lou. Wake up. Come on, Lou, wake up.
Oh shit.
Come on, Lou. Come on, Lou, wake up. Wake up. Come on. Wake up!
You can see this.
Come on, Lou, wake up.
Come on. Come on, man. Give Sam this one thing. Oh.
Lou.
Damn, look at the baby BTs. Oh, Jesus. Like I said, that was an experience.
Every time we touch it shows worn out, worn out. I sense you like a broken window. The lack of something makes a sound. Next level trust is you. Next level trust is you. True love is endless. True love is endless. And life is such a wonderful waste of time. I wanna spend it with you on my mind. Life is such a wonderful waste of time. I wanna spend it with you. Every time we touch it shows worn out, worn out. Sense you like a broken window. The lack of something makes the sound. Next level trust is you. Next level trust is you. True love is endless. True love is endless. Life is such a wonderful waste of time. I wanna spend it with
Let's make a toast to the damned, waiting for tomorrow when now. At the end of time, we'll be fine, you and I. Let's draw a line in the sand. Keep it straight and narrow. We had it all in our hands. We begged and then we borrowed. What will become of us all at the end of love? When we stopped looking up, you can take my heart and hold it together as we fall apart. Maybe together we can make a mark in the stars. We embark and keep us together as the lights go dark. Let's tell the truth just for once. Asking for an answer now that it's all said and done. Nothing really matters. What will become of us all if we dare to dream at the end of the scene? You can take my heart, hold it together as we fall apart. Maybe together we can make a mark in the stars. We embark and keep us together as the lights go dark. Let's open up to the sky, asking it for closure. At least we can say that we tried, but it's never really over. What will become of us all at the end of the line? Will we live? Will we die? You can take my heart and hold it together as we fall apart. Maybe together we can make a mark in the stars. We embark and keep us together as the lights go dark.
Oh, post credit.
Louise.
There it is. 102 hours. Man. Like, just amazing. I don't know what else to say. That was, it was just so good. Considering how long that this like one sitting of recording was, I'm probably gonna split it up into two parts. Cause yeah, Jesus, like literally an experience. I don't know how the hell they could ever adapt this into a movie without it, like I said, like without it going over like 4 to 5 hours. Like, oh my, just an experience. I don't know what else to say. Um, I'm surprised I was like directly on the money with a lot of my theories too. It was really nice and it felt really good to like get a bunch of shit right. Um, and I'm super hyped to watch the trailer for Death Stranding 2 now because I can finally watch it without having to worry about spoilers. Yeah, I'll take like a break after this, and then I'll watch it because, like I said, I've been sitting here for like 6 hours. So hats off to Kojima and literally everyone involved in this game. Like, and that like, it's, it's such a unique game and so good. Like I can tell this game wouldn't be for everyone, but this game was absolutely for me. Like this shit was gold, and I cannot wait for part two. If it's of the same quality as this, I cannot wait for part two. I don't know when Death Stranding came out, but it might have been game of the year if I played it whenever it first released. Because this shit, it's golden. Yeah, this is the end of a series that I started like what 7, 8 months ago. Can't believe it's finally done. G fucking G. I'm not decided on whether or not I should read files. I don't know if I can. Really, I don't know. What? Huh? Oh, I see. Episode 15 is New Game Plus.
Good morning, Sam. Blood collection complete. Thank you for your generosity.
Well, look who's awake. Morning, Sam. You'll be happy to hear your vitals have stabilized, and that you're well on your way to recovery. Not that it's your fault, but what I wouldn't give to trade places. We're all stuck in the president's office, working like dogs to get everything ready in time for the inauguration. But at least one of us is still free as a bird. You should head out. Make the most of it. Could even do some orders if you wanted. Might do you good to get back in the game. You may recall it was raining buckets back when you left for Amelie's beach. We took a real beating at the time, but we've done our best to service the structures and vehicles in the area. So you know, any cargo that was stored in your private locker at a damaged facility should have been transferred to your private locker here at this distro center. Anyway, busy or not, we'll still be on the end of the line if you need us. And if you want some alone time, we should be able to manage for now. Just make sure you're back in time for the big day, alright? See you then. Hey, Sam. You sure you don't have any unfinished business?
There it is. Big old whale. On my figures, yeah. Oh, yeah. Crazy. What's new here? Oh, I can finally do it. I can change the color of my suit. And not a nice gold color. Man, the ending is still hitting me hard right now. I won't lie. It's got me fighting for my fucking life. Jesus Christ. um, Rank. That's nice. A new chip order, but probably, I don't know. Alright. I will read files, but I'll probably take like a break, like a day break. Because my mind is just broken right now, Jesus. Whoa. Man, that ending. Just, I mean, just so good. Like, I don't know what else to say. Just so good. Yeah. So I got the memory chip. All right. Yep, let me go ahead and take my break. Okay, I'm back. I've taken my day break and man, that ending is still hitting me. I mean, it at least ended on like a really nice and good note, but it was still kind of sad seeing like, you know, what happened to Clifford and the entire mess with Die Hardman. And I guess I know I know Amelie technically is the worst in the situation because she did like the bad thing, but even she kind of had her own like struggles and she literally couldn't do anything but like perform her role. And when she tried to save the world from the Death Stranding, she literally caused it to get worse. I don't know. I don't feel like anyone was really the bad guy except Higgs, but I've got his journal, and I'm willing to bet it's going to give him also more of a sympathetic look at his character, like a better backstory. I mean, he's still kind of shitty for everything that he did, but I'm willing to willing to guess that there's a fucking a reason to why he did what he did. And we also know that he didn't become evil until he met Amelie, so there's also that to consider. So there's got to be like a reason. So I can't imagine he's just like, you know, I want to say like a Joker enemy who was literally like their entire thing is just being evil and crazy. I don't think he's that kind of character. He had to have something happen to him, and I'm willing to bet the journal that I got will tell me. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, shit. that ending, man, it's fucking me up. I'm trying to get focused, but you know. Woo! Alright. Anyways, the first file, Locked End Syndrome. I wonder if this is going to be about, like, the Muse or some shit. I don't know. So it's been decided that Amelie will lead the expedition. In terms of talent and temperament, it was only ever going to be her or Sam Strand, but we don't know where Sam is, which made the decision easy. Besides, there's no denying she's special. Amelie was born on the beach, or rather, her physical body, her Ha, that was born into this world, while her spiritual essence, her Ka, was born on the beach. Okay, so this is basically her, what like she said, like what she explained while we were on Sam's beach that entire time, like, with the whole... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I'm going over it. I mean, it was literally talked about, so... Medically speaking, they weren't sure what to call it. In the end, they settled on a diagnosis similar to what's known as locked-in syndrome, a condition where the subject is mentally present but physically unable to move their body, except for their eyes sometimes. The president was able to communicate with Amelie's soul on the beach, but her body remained as it was when she was born. But after a time, thanks mainly to the president's efforts, she began to show progress. Amelie's physical and spiritual selves gradually came together and her body began to develop normally. It was right about then that they realized she was also a doomed sufferer and began to ascertain her incredible abilities. She could transport herself physically to her own beach. Yes, it makes sense. That world is more real to her than this one. She may have to overcome her initial struggles, but she still spent most of her life on the other side. And over there, time stands still, which is why even now, she looks like she's in her 20s. Eventually, the president came to feel that her daughter had been through enough. From that point onward, all communication with Amelie would be via hologram. Even during the expedition, she wouldn't be in direct contact with most of the team. It's not a bad plan, to be fair. It'll help to keep her out of reach of terrorists for a start. Okay. I mean, yeah, there's not much to really go over in this interview because Basically, all of this stuff was revealed at the last episode by Amelie herself, so yeah, there's not much room to speculate. Basically, completely accurate, except for the fact that Amelie is Bridget's daughter or whatever. That's the whole lie part, but yeah. Before I move on, I should say that I'm going to put some of the interviews in the, I guess, the upload before this, and then some of the interviews here, because since some of them are like spoilers to what obviously happened in episode 13 and 14, I'm gonna keep those in this upload, but I'm gonna put like ones that don't contain spoilers in like the last upload. That way I won't have to spend like literally like 2 hours just reading the interviews for this upload. Yeah. Alright, this next part is not unlocked for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the screenshot. Okay, there it is. Designing the UCA flag. Bridget and I had discussions about the UCA flag. She wanted something that was based on the old American design. You know the one. 50 stars and 13 stripes, states and colonies. A classic symbol of national pride. The president wanted people to remember the pride, or that pride, as we went about our rebuilding process, but I thought differently. Oh, I think a little bit differently too. Shit. The old American flag was redesigned 26 times. Really? Jesus Christ. I mean, yeah, that makes sense because they more and more states, and then you had the whole Union and Confederacy and blah blah blah. So they had to keep editing it and shit. But yeah, old American flag was redesigned 26 times. Every time a new state joined the Union, they had to add another star. It was easy to believe the country would keep on growing forever, end up taking over the world. Hell, most people believe just that. Good old manifest destiny, the mantra used to justify countless atrocities centuries ago. Yeah? Shit, yeah. You can believe I told the president we damn well better not carry on that particular legacy. Damn straight, Die Hardman. Freedom, liberty, equality, those principles should be enshrined and never denied. The stars of the UCA aren't states but individuals, each with value, each a part of the greater whole, yeah. That's what our flag and the UCA represent. Very nice. I mean, there's not really much to talk about in this. It's just, talking about the flag. Okay, let's see. Bridget's necklace. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was nervous as hell, but underneath that was a strange kind of euphoria. Not unlike the high I felt when I first went into combat years before, a nameless grunt stumbling around, surrounded by vets who'd seen it all before. That I'd stayed nameless for long. Turned out I was born a survivor. And before I knew it, I'd earned myself a reputation and an audience with President Bridget Strand several months after her inauguration. She looked me straight in the eye and told me from that day on, I answered to her. We were going to rebuild America together, she said. It may sound daunting and intimidating, but I knew even then that wasn't her intent. She spoke like someone who'd lived a dozen lifetimes, who'd made the most of each and every one. After she said her piece, she smiled and took a step closer to me. Her necklace, a simple Y-shaped thing, caught the light, and for an instant I saw something impossible. The necklace was glowing, radiant, spreading across her body, chest to abdomen, like something was being drawn out of her jaw, I thought at the time, though I couldn't tell you why. Every time I saw her with that necklace, I remembered the light. It was only much later that Bridget told me that about her daughter Amelie and how it had been a virgin birth. Interesting, so she told Die Hardman that she just, I guess, birthed Amelie like Mary or whatever, just from nothing, or I guess from the beach itself. So I'm guessing, she told the public that it was just a deadbeat dad situation, but she told Die Hardman, which still wasn't the truth, that Amelie was just born from nothing, seemingly. And maybe that's how she could excuse to Die Hardman why Amelie looked so much like her when she was younger, like almost like a twin, or a clone, I should say. So the inner circle thinks Amelie was just born like from a virgin birth, while the public, like the general public, thinks Amelie had a deadbeat dad. That's an interesting lie. So the thing about the light, I wonder if Die Hardman had dooms before she interfered. Well, no, because she didn't get inaugurated until after the first president died to avoid out. So no, so she would have been interfered by now. So he could have. I'm not even sure. No, never mind. Forget about that. Because I don't think people got dooms until she literally tried to stop the extinction, or extinction event, or the last Death Stranding. She literally, that's how people got dooms, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, ignore that. I don't know why I thought that, but yeah. Herdman's Confession, Bridges BB Experiments Part 1. Ooh, this should be interesting. This dead man established in the course of his independent inquiries. The BB experiments were classified and carried out in an atmosphere of great secrecy. Deadman also asserts correctly that BBs were recognized as both media for chiral communications and as essentially human sacrifices. Okay, so that whole human sacrifices under the London Bridge that I read like a while back is, yeah, that makes a lot of sense now. So that's why that was a note. It felt weird and out of place, but now it makes a lot more sense. Like, I mean, I guess that's everything in this game. It all felt like weird and out of place, but once the pieces started getting put together, you're like, wow, okay, yeah, that makes sense now. Love this game and its story. Holy, it's so good. Anyway, back to it. Bridges 1 was issued BB pods, some of which found their way into the hands of terrorists out west, who adapted the technology for their own ends. This is further evidenced by the fact that the pods currently in use by the terrorists are identical to those used to Bridges 1 members. We can only assume that they were stolen. In any event, the true natures of BBs remained a closely guarded secret that we could not and would not disclose to anyone. This was the case from the very beginning, which is why following the Death Stranding, government officials not in the know was certain that this was an act of terror. The actual cause, of course, was a cesarean section performed on a dead pregnant woman. As you'll have heard, the surgeon who performed the operation saw a BT at the time. Bridget, who had been inaugurated as president, believed that BBs could be used to prove to everyone that BTs did indeed exist. By dragging this invisible threat into the light, people might come together again instead of continuing to drift apart. There were terrible risks, she knew, but if America was to be whole once more, BTs couldn't remain hidden. Go to the next page. If only we knew what would happen when we revealed them to the world. I'm sorry, this is taking a lot out of me. Could we pick it up a little later? Okay. So the whole human sacrifices part we know because that's what, like, the babies are like, or BBs are like, batteries to some of the distro centers and the cities and whatnot. Like, they're batteries for the chiral networks to actually function. And yeah, we know that she was the one who tried to stop the Death Stranding, so she basically tried to reveal the truth to everyone. So that makes sense why she would make BBs with the express purpose of exposing BTs to the world. And we also know about the whole, the terrorist having like BBs from Bridges 1 is because she personally gave them the BBs. Because of course she started working like after the first failure. She decided to start working towards like ending the world like as quick as possible or whatever. So that makes sense. So the terrorists would of course help, do that. And then okay, interesting. And this is 3 weeks. Oh wait, no, this is before Die Hardman's own inauguration. Yeah. She's already inaugurated in this. I'm pretty sure, right? Or am I getting it mixed up? Yeah. This is Deadman's own inauguration. Never mind. Bridget had already been inaugurated in this. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty much stuff we all already know, like completely. Like, there's nothing really groundbreaking. If you've been paying attention and following along with the story, like, you can pretty much put like together the pieces or whatever to what's being suggested and what's unanswered in all this. So yeah. Okay. Herman's Confession Part 2. Sorry about before, I just needed a break. I'm ready to continue if you like. The BB experiments continued after the Stranding, even though the official line was that they'd been shut down. That's how we came to realize that the BBs weren't just a means to an end which we could use to see BTs. They had the power to connect us to the other side. Power like that could help us make America whole again, surely. That was our thinking at the time anyway. Not all BBs were created equal though. One in particular had potential that was off the charts. Yeah, you know which one I'm talking about. It was chosen to serve as the first sacrifice, but I didn't have the stomach to see it through. I couldn't do it, not to his kid. Couldn't forsake that personal connection to save the world, I guess. Okay, so this is Sam and Clifford. and Lisa. That's what he's talking about here, yeah. So I tried to arrange a rescue. I betrayed my president, betrayed my country, and because of me, both Cliff and his BB ended up dead. It must have weighed on Bridget too. How could it not? Why else would she have taken in that little BB who died and came back to life as her own son? Another lie to comfort and console us, but there's no pretending it didn't happen. Not after Sam told me about the flashbacks he experienced when he hooked up his own baby. Not after I realized Cliff had returned. Realized he wasn't looking for a bridge baby, but his own, or his baby, his own flesh and blood. And now you know why I've devoted my life to the UCA. It's the only way I can begin to atone for what I've done. We talked about that at the end of the game. So it's still eating him up. He's like, I cannot atone for what I have done or whatever. That's pretty much what he said at the end. When he was like crying on the ground with Sam, and Bridget thinks the same thing. She's like, she can't atone for what she's done, and she also tells Die Hardman that they both can't atone for what they've done. So yeah, or there's no atoning for what we've done. Yeah, that guilt's gonna eat you up. But I mean, at least you tried. At least you tried to get him out. You know, Sam knows this too because he saw the flashback at the end. So he at least knows you tried. So I guess take solace in that. Just don't make the same mistake again. I guess that's all I can say. Again, this is pretty much all stuff I know. There's not much to add on. It's just talking about his guilt pretty much, so I'll let that be. An ageless president? There is one rather trivial question that has caused me a great deal of consternation. Bridget was verging on the elderly, yet her appearance was that of someone much, much younger. Indeed, she remained remarkably youthful until their cancer began to take its toll. Really? That's interesting. I mean, she was young in the flashback. But like, I mean, she could have had cancer then, so I don't know. I'm not sure when the time frame, like what the entire timeline is. It'd be like, I want to say like 30 to 40 years between Clifford and Sam and now. It had to, I'm guessing like 30 to 40 years. I don't know. I wish there was a timeline for this shit. Sam has that photo of but we still don't know when that void out happened with like Lucy. And I think was it Capital Knot that blew up? Whenever that was, we still don't have like the date for that, so there's no way of telling when that photograph was taken. I don't know. Maybe I might be forgetting because I wouldn't be surprised if Deadman like said the exact how much years it was, or how many years have passed since Lucy and Lou was lost to Sam. Like, yeah, that's interesting. So her body literally didn't age until she got cancer. I wonder if she like, in order to like survive the cancer, she traded her, I guess, her age. But she would presumably be ageless because, you know, her connection to the beach and like Amelie and whatnot. So that's probably why she didn't age. And she had an umbilical cord from what I remember, because at the end of the game, I'm pretty sure Deadman showed us her umbilical cord, and we know like people who have umbilical cords literally for some reason like the passage of time doesn't affect their bodies, so like they don't rot or they don't age. So I'm wondering if like, did she trade the ability to stay youthful to just live longer? Was the cancer deadly, but she like, I guess, took some of that like the deadliness from the cancer and used her age as like the price. Sam has a photograph of Bridget from only 10 years ago in which she still looks like a young woman. Sam had posited the theory that it was her strength of will, her desire to rebuild America, that kept her young. Mind over matter, I suppose there may be some truth to that claim. I, however, suspect that the secret to Bridget's youthful appearance is to be found on the beach. Danman was good enough to bring me her umbilical cord, unbeknownst to Sam, of course, and I was able to confirm that it retained a connection to the beach. This is almost certainly related to why she did not age at a normal rate. Okay, so yeah. It's gotta be, because, like I said before, the umbilical cord in particular, like for extinction entities, they literally don't, like they literally just stop time for their bodies. Of course, we have no way of truly understanding this link between Bridget and the beach or how long it existed. Similarly, we have no idea why Amelie was born. We can only surmise that Bridget's connection ensured that her Ha was not fully subject to the passage of time. Does this mean that I too shall remain ageless well into my senior years? We shall have to see. Right now, I have something more pressing to attend to. That is interesting. How the hell was... How did she just pop into, like, existence? Like, how did Amelie come to be? My best guess is, like, if you watch Avatar The Last Airbender, like, the Avatar spirit literally just randomly passes on to, like, some random baby or whatever. Like, I think the moment they're born, they just become the Avatar whenever the old one dies. So I'm wondering if, like, the way extinction entities are picked, it's just literally entirely random. Like, it just picks whatever species is, like, the dominant species on the planet. It just goes boop and just picks them randomly. But then, do they all have, like, beach? Well, no, because Mama didn't have her beach counterpart when she became, and when she got her own umbilical cord. Is Mama considered an extinction entity? Like, cause she has an umbilical cord, doesn't she? But she didn't get hers until her baby or whatever. Like, she didn't have one until she, like, her baby died and became a BT. So how the hell does that work? I mean, Amelie couldn't have just been popped into existence, but like, apparently she, like, grew up on the beach. Like, she literally grew, right? Or did she? Probably no. She could have just been like some random woman who got put onto the beach. Well, no, because because why would she lie about that at the very end of the game? There's literally no reason to lie at Sam at that point of how she came to be. Like, he wouldn't just say, okay, this is one of the, like, few unanswered questions of the game, actually. How the hell did Amelie come into being? If that isn't answered in, like, a future interview, I hope it's answered in part 2. Because how the hell does that work? Interesting. Okay. Also, it would be pretty funny if Hardin literally just, when we see him in, if we see him in Death Stranding 2, he just doesn't age. Da Vinci's Madonna of the Yarn Winder. Leonardo da Vinci, the most gifted of Renaissance polymaths, once convinced of a composition that would come to be known as the Madonna dei Fusi, or the Madonna of the Yarn Winder. In it, Mary cradles the infant Christ in her arms while he stares, wrapped at a spindle onto which the thread is wound. The spindle shaped like a cross. His mother seems more than a little perturbed. Does she perhaps have a premonition that her son would be sacrificed for the salvation of mankind? Me, I like to think of it as the spindle with which the Grecian fates determined the destiny of man. In the ancient tales, the length of the thread dictated the lifespan of the individual in question. Of the 3 sisters, it was Clotho who unwound the thread, Lachesis who measured the length, and Atropos who, at the appointed hour, made the final cut. If Mary didn't know the fate that was to befall Christ, might she have intervened, cutting the string at a different point and liberating him of his burden? I cannot help but wonder. As an aside, while I generally prefer the Greek nomenclature, I do have a strange fondness for Lachesis. I don't know how to say that goddamn name. Lachesis Roman moniker Decima. Oh, like Decima Games, or what was the logo? It said something Decima. I think they produced, or were they? I don't know. There was somewhere. I remember seeing, like, the name Decima pop up, and, like, at the beginning, like when you start, like, boot up the game and the credits. But yeah, I mean, there's not really much to go on or talk about here. It's just, you know, bringing up religion and mythology and whatnot, and relating it to Death Stranding in a way, because, you know, the threads of fate could, I guess, be compared to, like, the strands for Death Stranding, you know? Because technically it's like, you know, strands, threads of fate, blah blah blah. But there's really not much to talk about, and I guess you could make the comparison of Mary being Amelie and Sam being Christ, I guess. Although, funnily enough, Amelie was born... I still don't know about her birth, but it's assumed that Amelie was just born from nothing, so... Or from no one, I guess, so... Or, I mean, Bridget did tell a lie that she was born like a virgin birth or whatever, like she just came to be, so... Yeah. Interesting. And then I forgot to bring this up, but like the scar as well. I mean, it's not really a cross shape, but you know, it's got the similar geometry, whatever, you know, similar, you know, whatever. I don't know. I'm guessing there's a relation, but yeah. Not too heavy of a relation, just like a thematic thing or whatever. Okay, Die Hardman's background, number 1. U.S. Special Forces enlistment record, John Blake McClane. Okay, so that's his full name finally. American, or name, John Blake McCain. Nationality, American. McClane scored above average in physical and mental aptitude tests. His talents were recognized by Captain Clifford Unger, who elected to give McClane special training. Under Captain Unger's command, McClane took part in several missions, during which he earned a reputation for survival against all odds, as evidenced by his nickname, Die Hardman. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Resident Evil, which is like the series I mainly play or have on this channel. There's a character called Hunk, and his entire deal is the fact that he literally survives anything and everything thrown at him. Like, he has never, like, even when everybody else has died on his team, he's always the one to survive. And he has like the nickname the Grim Reaper or Mr. Death, because he's unkillable, like basically unkillable, because he's just that good. Like, his skills are literally that good. So it's kind of funny. Got reminded of that. Alright. Die Hardman's background, number 2. The following information concerning John Blake McClane's death was recovered following the activation of the Chiral Network. It is presented without comment or interpretation. Oh, so this is when he died, allegedly. All personal data and official documentation concerning the subject indicate that he is deceased. However, even after a reconstruction and collation of data from additional sources, we are unable to confirm cremation of the subject's corpse. Unfortunately, recovery of incinerator records from the time in question has so far proved difficult on account of the incident's proximity to the Death Stranding. While the possibility that the corpse underwent necrosis and subsequently transformed into a BT cannot be ruled out entirely, the probability is exceedingly low. In other words, there is no evidence that the subject has in fact died. Significant portions of the subject's personal data appears to have been discreetly modified and expunged, but forensic study has led us to the discovery of a living individual who bears a striking resemblance to the deceased. Subsequent analysis of genetic samples do indeed confirm a DNA match for this Die Hardman. Okay. Recorder unknown, so I wonder what is it? Is this dead man trying to dig into his Die Hardman's past? Is that what this is? Like, who did this? So it looks like somebody we don't know caught on to him. I'm gonna assume this might be Dead Man, but I feel like it would say his name, and this was like recording date is like unknown, like nobody, like there's no time on when this took place, so we have no idea. If it was Dead Man, I feel like they would say it, so this has to be somebody else. Clifford Unger Case Review Part 1. Captain Clifford Unger, former U.S. Army Special Forces, honorably discharged, was shot dead at a government facility under executive supervision. It should be noted that prior to this altercation, he had cooperated fully with our researchers and contributed to our ongoing BB experiments. On the day of the incident, Captain Unger took an experimental BB hostage and barricaded himself inside one of the facility's rooms. After assessing the situation, the President ordered that a non-violent resolution be pursued, ensuring no harm came to either the Captain or the BB. Bullshit. However, this order was directly contravened by Presidential Advisor John Blake McClane, who shot and killed Clifford Unger. Seriously? Oh, Bridget. I'm trying to be nice about you and try not to hate you, but you're making it difficult. Following the incident, McClane refused to surrender himself into custody and fled, and was accordingly designated a most wanted fugitive. Efforts to locate and detain McLean were unsuccessful. However, the search was later called off when an unrelated investigation into a suicide found that the deceased possessed the same social security numbers as McLean. The body was cremated before physical identification could be performed. Well, Bridget would have to be the one to come up with the cover story anyway, so I guess blaming him wouldn't be too bad since it wouldn't really mean anything. Although it still comes off as like her trying to save her reputation basically, but then again, we see him working with her afterwards, so it's not like he was like forced out or whatever, so it seems like they both came up with a cover story to help her out basically. And we know that he both was extremely loyal to her and I think he was in love with her. I'm pretty sure that's what the whole I loved her meant. I don't think he loved her like as a friend. I'm pretty sure he was like straight up in love with her, like romantically, perhaps. Alright. Clifford Unger, Case Review Part 2. John Blake McLean was placed under Captain Unger's command upon being accepted into the U.S. Army Special Forces. McLean performed exceptionally in training and subsequent deployments, earning commendations and a reputation as a born survivor who could be thrust into the worst situations imaginable and emerge unscathed. Around the time Captain Unger was discharged, McLean was chosen to serve as a special advisor to President Bridget Strand. His primary duty was to ensure her personal safety. He became intimately involved with the Bridges 1 initiative as established by President Strand. 7 days prior to the hostage incident, it is suspected that McLean collaborated with Captain Unger to abduct a BB. It has since been confirmed that McLean actively compromised security protocols in a manner which directly aided Captain Unger in his attempt. Therefore, it seems likely that McLean resolved to kill Captain Unger upon concluding that their plot had failed. Though their motives remain unclear, it is speculated that Captain Unger was in possession of compromising information regarding his former subordinate, which he leveraged to secure McLean's assistance in abducting a BB. When this failed, McLean killed Captain Unger in a moment of desperation to prevent him from revealing what he knew. Later, when McLean grasped the gravity of his situation, he chose to take his own life rather than face the consequences of his actions. Okay, so just more of the cover-up story for, you know, what happened when John or Die Hardman tried to help Clifford escape. Clifford Unger Case Review Part 3. Due to the circumstances surrounding the murder of Captain Unger and the subsequent suicide of John Blake McLean, President Strand assumed direct control of Bridges to ensure that the BB experiments continued. As the organization's purview was expanded, the restrictions were reduced. They became President Strand's primary security apparatus, an elite organization under her direct command, wholly devoted to her mission of American Reconstructionism. That sounds a little sketchy if you ask me, but you know, who am I to say? A new director was subsequently appointed to lead Bridges, an individual known only as Die Hardman. Okay, and then that's her bringing back John under a new name, with of course the mask that she used to wear that hid her identity from looking like too much like Amelie. Okay. I mean, again, this is literally stuff we all know and whatnot. This is basically the cover story, essentially. Alright, finally back to Higgs's backstory, which I decided to put part 2 here. Journal number 5, Han Ka, Body and Soul. The two become separated, you die, in this world at least. Well, not in the case of Amelie, but yeah, pretty much. That death ain't the end though. So long as your soul's got a body to come back to, you can be reborn, resuscitated anyway. That's why people built coffins and sarcophagi. To preserve the body so the soul had a home it could return to. Okay, so we're getting back into like the Egyptian stuff basically. I learned all this and more from an old book I found, The Wisdom of the Egyptians, chock full of interesting tidbits about death and how to overcome it. Like the golden death mask of the pharaohs, the ones decorated using magical adornments as an indication of the warrior's prestige and power. I'll tell you what, if we've learned anything from the beach, it's that the Egyptians had it all figured out. That's why I've decided to give myself a mask. Not a death mask though. One for living, for ruling. Today's the last day anyone sees my face. I don't need it anymore. And that's why he had like I noticed he had like pharaoh stripes and like in his like cool ass hoodie or jacket or whatever. Yeah, like the stripes. And so that's why he also wears like the golden skeletal mask or skeletal jaw and nose and whatnot. That's why he's just obsessed with like gold in general. I wonder if the writing I'm guessing the writing must mean something as well. Also, like the black outlines around his eyes or whatever, it's probably intentional. He probably did that himself because back then in like Egyptians, like pharaohs, had like heavy eye makeup or whatever, like basically eyeliner, like just a bunch of heavy eyeliner on them, and they had like, and that's where I think they're called Egyptian wings or pharaoh wings, but it's like a makeup style where like you have the like the point that goes up or whatever, like a really long point from where your eyelashes goes to, whatever. Like, that's where that makeup style came from. It came from pharaohs because that's how they did their makeup. Very cool. Okay. Oh, this one's a long one. Okay. Journal number 6. Bridges way station out west just got taken up by terrorists. Used the void out to do it. They dumped a corpse nearby and let it go necro, dropping BTs right in people's laps. Word is, demons heard that Bridges was sending an expeditionary force out west to facilitate the reconstruction of America or some such. Guess I didn't take too kindly to that. Terrorists, separatists, isolationists, all these folks claim America is coming for their freedom, that the old guard wants to put them in chains, make the individual subservient to the collective. They ask what it's all for in a post-training world, when today's triumph is tomorrow's crater. Daddy used to spout the same tired lines, said America never did nothing for nobody, that's why we took to living in a shelter. Being down in the hole that came out there under their thumb. Yeah, he was a real saint, my daddy. Tried to run a few times, but he just dragged me back inside, kicking and screaming. Where he'd put those heavy hands of his to work and remind me what happened if I disrespected his authority. But that's love, isn't it? His way of looking after an orphan child he raised on his own. He was only trying to protect me from the evils of the outside world. I owe him my life and my powers too. First time I ever sensed a BT was when I held him moments before he went necro. Just like when I dumped the prepper's body, my daddy showed me that corpses are precious, powerful things. They're so much more than bombs. Terrorists ought to treat them with proper respect. Okay, interesting. I mean, he already talked about his dad being, like, not the best, so I'm not surprised he's kind of abusive. But I guess he was the separationist or isolationist. Wasn't too fond of, America. Yeah. So it seems like he understands where the terrorists are coming from, and that's probably why he made a heel turn eventually, because if he understands that, he's probably like, well, I guess I can see, then he might slowly turn over or whatever. But still, I feel like it would take something really big to do this. Like, something really bad had to happen. I don't believe it. He just ran. Well, I mean, I guess if Amelie showed up and she literally said, oh, look at me, I have godlike powers, which she literally does have godlike powers, then I guess you can convince anyone of anything at that point. But yeah, I digress. Journal number 7. I've had us team up with a bunch of porters who serve as the central part of the country. Had to be done. The writing was on the wall for my crew otherwise. And guess what? Their leaders got dooms. Oh, I've got a feeling we're going to be good friends. Demons and terrorists have been getting more aggressive ever since the Bridges expedition team set out. As if BTs Amelie weren't enough, now we've got to keep our eyes peeled for those assholes when we're making runs. All the reason we've got to come together, get organized. Me and my new partner, we've been talking about consolidating our operations so we can cover the whole continent. If we do, I suppose that'd make us like the UCA in some respects. Different structure and methods, but a similar ideology. A deep and abiding belief in the importance of community, but the devil's in the details, isn't it? Rules, structures, can't just let people make decisions for themselves. And therein lies the risk. Can't have us repeating the sins of the past with another USA. And demons, well, they ain't about to think for themselves. At the end of the day, a community needs a strong leader, and the God's honest truth is that I'm the only one cut out for it. Seems like he thinks he has a good reason he wants power, but I can see how this can very easily spiral out of control, and he can become evil if he takes it a little bit too far. Journal number 8. The rumors I'd heard about my new partner's powers don't do her justice. I knew she had dooms, but she was on a whole other level. I tell you, I've never seen anything like it. Not only can she perceive BTs, she can actually use the beach. Compared to hers, my powers are nothing. All it tricks courtesy of a few corpses. But it doesn't matter. Not so long as I've got her. Before we met, I was bound by the limitations of my abilities. I was a blind man groping for shadows of a secret realm. But now, because of her, I can actually go to the beach. The beach. With her by my side, I can reshape the world, not into what it was with old USA, not like what Bridges want. Something new, something everlasting, something right here and now. A world where we are free to do whatever we goddamn please. I want to say this is fragile. It could be Amelie, but no, this should be fragile, right? This is before he wanted to end the world, and he doesn't seem like he wants to end the world. He just wants to do it. He wants to like change the world in his own way and reshape it. And he says not what Bridges wants. So I want to assume this is fragile, and he's talking about. This is like the early version of Fragile Express. It's gotta be. Because he only says she can perceive BTs and she can use the beach. And by use, I'm pretty sure he means like he can or she can use it to like teleport around or whatnot. Yeah, it's gotta be Fragile he's talking about. Also, the last part, a world where we are free to do whatever we got to and please. Yeah, that, like again, it could like sound good, but under a certain context, it could really turn really bad. If the wrong person says that, so I can definitely see how he went from being good to being an extremist. So, journal number 9. My partner's powers are extraordinary, sure, but deep down I know the two of us alone don't have what it takes to bring true, lasting freedom to the people. Everything we've done, that we continue to do, no matter how much it may seem to bring people together, it's still a far cry from the way it should be. Timefall, BTs, chiral clouds, all this and more serves to cut us off from the rest of creation, and I have to say I don't think that's ever going to change. Even people like me and my partner, we have our limits, but now I've met someone who has none. Someone who can save the world from this madness, make it whole again, throw shattered pieces back together. Yeah, okay, so he was definitely talking about Fragile before, but now it seems like he's met Amelie, a power without powers without limits. Yeah, he's 100% talking about Amelie there, because like she's completely broken. Like she can literally do it. Like she's literally a god. Like she can just do whatever she wants. So it seems like yeah, he's about to drink the Kool-Aid. But let me read what I've got. Yeah, okay, so yeah, that's the last interview I've got. Hey, man. Alright, that's it. That's the end of the man's story. Man. What an experience. Hold on, I don't know. The whole entire last section was just insane. So, well, firstly, I guess like an offside note is just, once we leave Lake Knot, or no, it was South Knot. Yeah, once we leave South Knot after Die Hardman gets captured and, Clifford appears and whatnot, and Bridget appears, and Amelie kicks us out of the beach, and Higgs dies. We literally we have to travel across the entire central, not the entire central region, but we pretty much have to go from South Knot to Lake Knot, and the world is basically ending. It's always raining literally everywhere. BT bosses can come out of the ground without dragging you, whatever. They just pop out. And on the way, we learn where Higgs has been hiding the entire time, which is in goddamn Peter Englert's or however you say that goddamn name. In his bunker, he was literally hiding down there with a fake name the entire time, and it was crazy. And then we finally get to Lake Knot, and we get abducted by Clifford yet again. Who's searching for his BB, and it turns out that, after we defeat him, it turns out that, I'm pretty sure it's revealed that that's Sam's father, right then and there. I'm pretty sure that's when it's revealed, but I guess I could see how someone might not see it that way, so, yeah, after that whole crazy, you know, fight, we finally come back and, you know, shit's in total chaos and we're now in Port Knot City. Yeah, like it's basically the same thing in the eastern region as well, where it's always raining and BTs are popping out, and now you've got like the rain jellyfish things, and they're like gold for some reason. You kill them, and then you got the squid thing that comes out with like the mask on. You gotta kill it. Finally, like there's just one section I had to I literally had to haul ass because it was four lions. Like it was literally like four of them just popped out of the goddamn black ooze, the tar, and just wanted to absolutely murderize me. So I had to run for it, and luckily it wasn't like a force to fight because I literally had nothing. I had nothing on me, so I was gonna die if I stayed. So I just ran for it, and it worked. But like right after, this big ass like whale boss popped out, and like this was the boss you had to fight, like because it had like the force field up, so like there was literally no running, you had to fight it. And it's pretty much one of the whales from like the beginning of episode 9, but this one I'm pretty sure is like way bigger, or maybe I don't know, I think it was a different whale, because usually the main bosses have like, when they have like the golden mask shit on them, they're like a little bit different from the basic counterparts. So yeah, had to fight that damn huge thing. It was like it's literally like a flying whale, and shoot lasers out of its mouth and whatnot. It's insane, absolutely insane and deranged design that thing had. Anyway, I get to Capital Knot, which we have to deliver. I forgot to mention, like once you get to Port Knot, you're supposed to deliver cryptobiotes to Fragile, because she's apparently like, she's really weak, so she like needs them to live or whatever to recover herself. So we go back, we go to Fragile, we give her cryptobiotes, and she finally teleports us to Amelie, and we appear on Amelie's beach, and it's like there's like the water is basically like all bloody and red and whatnot, and there's a bunch of beached whale creatures there, and we finally come across Amelie, and she's like dressed in black or whatever, and I think then it's revealed that she had been Bridget this entire time. Like she's always been, like she's both Amelie and Bridget at the same time, while also being neither, because those are both identities she made up. So she talks with us. She's like, you know, I have to bring the Death Stranding because I'm an extinction entity, you know, blah blah blah. Basically she's like, everything's gonna blow up anyway, so I'm just gonna go ahead and end everyone's suffering faster than it, you know, than this slow painful death or whatever. She's like, either you can stay with me here and watch the last bits of life explode into nothingness, or you can return to the real world and live out your final days there or whatever. Or she's like a third option where she's like, you could separate me and the beach from the world forever. I will be here alone forever, but it will at least, you know, give you some time or something like that, and you can, I guess, stay with all the connections you've made. I think that's what she said, basically. And she starts walking into the water, and she gives you a gun before you walk into the, or before she walks into the water, and she's like, either shoot me or stop me or just watch it all happen. The first time I didn't know what to do. I wasn't sure, so I let her walk, thinking it was like scripted or whatever, and literally she like everything just blew up and everyone died, which was like not what you're supposed to do. So it was like game over, so I had to redo it. And basically what you have to do is like walk up to her and hug her, and Sam tells her like, I'm always there for you like you were for me, etc etc. You know, she gives this great, like this really heartfelt monologue about everything, and it was like the voice acting was top notch. Like they were I rarely get like any kind of like, I don't usually have strong emotions for games, but goddamn, that monologue was just, that it was just good. It was like, it was so good. I really felt really bad for her, like genuinely. Like it was just that good. Like the monologue was insane. But yeah, he pushes us into the water. Everything blows up ahead, I think. Then we go to Sam's beach now. Like that's where we got pushed to, and the credits play and whatnot. And after walking around enough, you fall to your knees and rest. And Amelie like teleports and appears, and she basically gives like the backstory of what happened. You got her talking about how she was born on the beach and her car was stuck on the beach while her ha was in the real world, and eventually her ha woke up after like a surgery, and for some reason both her car and ha had like two different personalities, but they were still all the same person. And she decided to use that as a way and basically said Amelie was Bridget's daughter, even though it's a lie, and Bridget's daughter was like born on the beach or whatever. And that's like that was the cover story. And yeah, what else? She basically said she's basically there to like wait out her days on the beach and watch the world slowly go extinct, like, or I guess humans or the entire, I guess all life on the planet go extinct or whatever. I'm not sure, but she was pretty much there to watch it and even bring it about. And she tried to interfere. She tried to use the beach, you know, all the information in the beach, because the beach like records literally everything in a biological sense. Like it's all the history is there. You just got to find a way to tap into it, and that's what she was trying to do. But in the process, she ended up causing BTs to come into, well, not come into existence because they've always been, but essentially she made it to where BTs could interact with people, and as a result, that's what caused the void outs. So she's the one who like caused the void outs. The timefall ring came about because of her as well. And yeah, so basically she opened the floodgates for the BTs to flood the real world, and that is why Death Stranding happened as it did. It was supposed to be a slow extinction, not like what happened basically. So because of that, he decided, instead of trying to stop Death Stranding and understanding it by using all the information from the beach, he decided it would be better to just end the world in really quick. And because of that, she started to collaborate with like terrorists, and Higgs in particular. She like groomed. I'm pretty sure the journals. I'll read the rest of the journals later, because I decided to. I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it at the end, but I'm pretty sure she's grooming Higgs to become her personal soldier, basically, to bring about the last Death Stranding. But yeah, she like got hopeless, and she's like, I'm just gonna end it quickly, and that's her whole deal. And with that, she tasked Sam to like reconnect America, basically, with like the UCA knots, and by doing so, it connected all the beaches to hers. And by also doing that, it would allow her to create an explosion, like basically a void out big enough to just wipe out the entire planet in like a flash and a snap. I believe that's what she said exactly. Anyway, I guess at the end she was like, she understands that this isn't the way it's supposed to be, and basically you have to like reconnect with the living after like a fake out credit sequence, and you follow her footsteps into the beach, and Hartman, Mama, Deadman, and Fragile all like pull you out of Sam's beach, or Sam out of Sam's beach, and brings him back to the real world. But it's been like months or something like that. Like time has passed for a while, but Sam hasn't aged like at all. Like there's no evidence of accelerated aging, basically. And then it's revealed that Di Herdman becomes president, basically, and they decided to give a cover story that Bridget and Amelie, like what Bridget and Amelie were, and you know, they decided to stick to the regular cover story and just said that Amelie died during the terrorist attack. Yeah, and then Deadman comes up to us and tells us about Di Herdman and how he was John, basically. Like, we know this, but he's learning it for the first time, that he was somebody else that was under, like, serving under Bridget, a younger Bridget, and he was friends with Clifford or whatever, and you know, we learned that, and Deadman's like, we still shouldn't trust him, blah blah blah. And then he walks off. Deadman, or Die Hardman, comes to us, and basically he breaks down and apologizes to Sam for all he's done. And Sam's like, you know what, you gotta keep it pushing, and like gives him, you know, I guess I don't know, I forget what it's called, but he basically tells him to, you know, get up, get situated, and it's fine, because Die Hardman was breaking down because he was responsible for killing Sam's father, but he didn't exactly say that, but that's why he was breaking down. And he admitted his love for Bridget, and that's why he followed her until the end, despite everything that happened. Anyway, as like a final depressing note, Deadman's like, BB's dead or is going to die, and there's nothing he could do, and then and BB finally has to be decommissioned, or, you know, put in the incinerator basically. And yeah, we get one last order to walk up to the incinerator, but before that we run into Sam runs into Fragile, and they have their talk, and Fragile's like, is like telling Sam, you should come work for me, but he says no, because he's like, I'm alone, I'll always be alone, basically like that, and I want to be left alone. Like he's basically an isolationist, and because of BB's death, he fell out of it at first, but because of BB's death, he fell back into like the isolationism. So he's like all depressed and whatnot. In a super depressing sequence, we have to literally deliver BB's corpse to the incinerator while BB's theme plays, which is what I've been playing like the entire time, like in the intros and sometimes at the end, like, you know, that what they've been whistling throughout the entire game, what they've been singing, humming, blah blah blah, all that. That's literally what the theme has been this entire time, and it's really depressing. Like I said, I don't get emotional over games very much, but man, that depressed the fuck out of me during that. I will tell you, like that depressed me. Jesus Christ, I ain't a crier, but goddamn. The depression hit. The sadness hit. That's all I gotta say. Anyway, I get to the incinerator. We hook him up. Sam hooks up to BB one last time. We get a flashback that finally reveals what happened to Clifford. Well, not completely, but it reveals like what was going to happen to Clifford. How Die Hardman, which is John, tried to help Clifford escape. Gave him a gun and gave him the option to kill his wife, which he did, and then it ends right there when he takes BB and leaves the room. We go into the incinerator, we get BB prepped for the incinerator, and then we hook up one more time, and it's revealed that Clifford is like, he gets caught trying to escape or whatnot. John, John does his best to help, or I should say Die Hardman, either or, John / Die Hardman does his best to get Clifford out, but there's literally nothing he can do, and Clifford is forced to run back into the room where he killed his wife, and he has to he locks the panel and shoots it, and John tries to lead everyone away, but Bridget and her Bridget security force is like, nah, he's in there, we saw him, move, get out the way. They find him, they immediately bust into the room and shoot Clifford a little bit, wounding him pretty badly, you know. And before this, Clifford sings, you know, BB's theme once again, sings it himself, and a really depressing shot. It's like I said, the feelings of this entire ending of the game, Jesus Christ. But he's not revealed to be dead, and when Bridget takes the pod, he finds it empty, and he's actually holding the BB. And, you know, she's like, oh my god, you know, that's what Bridget says, and she's like, John, shoot him. And, you know, John's refusing, he's shaking, he's like, I can't do this, you know. And then time freezes, and Clifford, for one last time, because this is current Clifford, this isn't flashback Clifford, but current Clifford talks to us, because, you know, he has a power where he can he has some kind of power because of I'm guessing the way he died, but he has doom, some kind of doom power, And he talks to Sam one last time, and he flat out confirms, "You are my son, Sam. You are my bridge to the future. You are the bridge to the future, whatever." And he hugs Sam in like a repeat of what happened in episode 11, episode 11. It should be stated like Clifford, like, I'm guessing that's how, what, like, I don't know. I'm sorry, like, my mind is a little bit broken, but like, basically, Clifford seems to like continuously relive the events in like in a subconscious kind of way, like he doesn't realize it, but he's like he's always repeating what he was doing during that day. Like, the lines he says, he's repeating. The action he does, he's also repeating what he did that day. Like, the hug, it is literally like an exact repeat. So it was really cool to see, but it ends with him getting shot, and it turns out that Bridget put her hand over top of John's hand to pull the trigger. And as a result, the BB, which is now revealed to, like, 100% revealed to be Sam, was also shot in the process, as well as when Clifford died. You know, Amelie, like, basically, like, just screams, breaks down because she didn't mean to do that. She's like, "No!" And as like a Hail Mary from her, she takes Sam and she basically turns him into a repatriate by closing up his wound and resuscitating him by putting like her little doll inside of him, which is like, I guess that's a representation of her energy. I don't think she literally put a baby doll inside of him, but you know, that's how she brought him back to life. And then he put him in the water. Then he comes back to life in the real world, and you know, his wounds are healed, and he decides to take him in as her own son now. And yeah, he's a repatriate, and now he has dooms. And this is how I think he was the first person to ever have dooms. I'm not sure how everyone else got it. I'm not sure if she literally like kept reviving people, and that's why everyone got dooms or something, or if they just naturally got it because of Sam. Or so, I don't know. I'm not sure how that works exactly, but yeah, he comes back to life, and he raises him as her son that day, from that day forward, basically. Anyway, we go back to Sam in the incinerator, and it turns out Sam decided to burn his cufflinks, and he takes Baby out of the pod in the same way that his father took him out of the pod. Unfortunately, Baby, or Lou, is dead. And we see like the BT strand, like the umbilical cord or whatever, we see it start to form. And again, in a super depressing scene, he's trying to revive the baby. And thankfully, the baby revives, but it has Amelie's necklace in its hands, which it's not confirmed, but to me, it suggests that she did the same thing she did with Sam, which is bring Lou back to life. And it ends on it's like a surprisingly happy note with like this really beautiful shot in the incinerator. And yeah, Baby's now out of the pod, and I'm guessing Baby, or Lou, will finally grow into like a full child now that it's out of the pod. And yeah, it should also be mentioned that I'm pretty sure like the time fall is no longer a concern anymore, because Sam just walks out into the rain and it doesn't do anything to him unless him and Baby are somehow immune to it. It looks like the time fall has literally just ceased to be a threat. Like, it doesn't age anymore, which is interesting. But yeah. And then we get one post-credit scene of Sam calling the baby Luis. So yeah, that's Lou's full name, Luis. That ends on a really happy note. And I'm wondering what Death Stranding 2 is going to be about, because I mean, I have a few theories. One is Higgs, because Higgs got shot off screen, and if you don't see the character die on screen, then there's a 50-50 chance they're coming back in whatever continuation of the story. We didn't. Fragile herself even said she didn't shoot him. She said she gave him the choice. So we literally have no idea. And I'm willing to bet he might not be dead. Or maybe he could be, but I don't know. Again, off-screen deaths, very sketchy. Screams to me that he's coming back. I mean, I guess Amelie could also herself could also come back because again, she's still the extinction entity. She's supposed to see out the end of the world, and the beach or the Death Stranding still wants to end the world. It's not like it, like Sam himself said, nothing has really changed. America's still kind of in the shitter, or the world is still kind of in the shitter from the Death Stranding, and the BTs still exist, although they have a way to fight back now because of his blood. But like, yeah, they still exist. So at least, I guess at least Amelie's not actively trying to kill the entire world, so there's that. So yeah, the Death Stranding is still around, so it's not like BTs are gone or whatever. So there's still that plot relevance of trying to stop the Death Stranding and completely understand it, because not even Amelie fully understands the Death Stranding from what I gather. Like, she was trying to stop it, but she never successfully did that, and she actually ended up speeding up the process. What else? What else could be a plot line? Death Stranding 2. Die Hardman's past and story are pretty much completely revealed, so he's free of suspicion. I doubt Deadman is anything more than what he is. We already know about Hartman pretty much completely. We already know about Mama and Lochna's story. Although Mama could be a really special case because, again, she's also an extinction entity, but she didn't get her umbilical cord until after, so like, but we still don't know how extinction entities are formed. Is she even an extinction entity? Like, is the umbilical cord really the moniker of an extinction entity? Like, do we know that for sure? I mean, they all had them, but like, do we 100% know that? And like, why would they Death Stranding create another extinction entity when Amelie is right there already? She's completely operational or whatever. I mean, I guess another plot point. Well, no, I already talked about this. So that's all I've got. Higgs could return, Amelie could return, and the Death Stranding in general is not over. It might do something as a result of Amelie's disobedience or whatever. So those are like the only 3 plot lines I have. I guess number 4, you could say like another plot from terrorists come up, because terrorists also still exist in the world. Like, they haven't gone away just because Higgs died and Amelie is like has staved off the big explosion. Like, they're still doing their own thing. They're still trying to end the world as well. So I guess maybe like some new villain could be like another terrorist in the same vein of Higgs or whatever. Now maybe the Death Stranding or the beach literally decides to say, you know, fuck it, because Amelie's disobeying and not doing what she's supposed to do as an extinction entity. And it's like, you know what, I'm just going to create a whole new being to end the world, to just go into the world and just end it by themselves or whatever. So maybe it like creates like some kind of like weird human hybrid thingamajig and tries to end the world like that. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna watch the trailers like pretty soon. Also, I forgot to mention, I realized that like during the last few episodes, I realized that I actually wasn't playing on the director's cut this entire time. I thought I was, but my stupid ass, like, for some reason, like, the menu is supposed to change. It's supposed to say director's cut, and it's supposed to be all gold and shit. So like this entire time I wasn't playing the director's cut. I don't know why. I thought the content was like DLC, like it was just in the game. So yeah, I've been playing like the base game. I mean, I've been playing it on a PC, which the PC version has like all the visual and graphical upgrades, and you know, it has like the camera mode and whatnot, but it's just missing like the extra content from the director's cut, like the extra missions and interviews and whatnot. So yeah, so like the experience wasn't downgraded or anything. It's just that I'm missing, you know, basically DLC content. But yeah, because of that, I'm gonna make one last episode to just show me like doing all the director's cut stuff, like all the new features and customizations and whatever missions there are and whatever the hell the interviews could be. You know, I'll be doing all that basically. Yeah. Oh yeah, and in that video I'll also be watching all like the teasers and the trailers for Death Stranding 2, which I am a little bit scared to watch all that because The first trailer of Death Stranding was like I watched it recently, and the first trailer of Death Stranding was really heavy on spoilers. Like it literally showed like the majority of the trailer was literally all in-game stuff. So I'm a bit concerned about being spoiled, but like unless you knew what you were already like getting into with the trailer, there's literally no way you could have figured out what the hell was going on in the first trailer anyway. Like it was literally like if you didn't know what you like knew about the game already, then the trailer would be confusing as hell, so I guess it wouldn't matter. So Death Stranding 2 trailer and teasers could be just as confusing for all I know. But yeah, if you want, you can join me for that last episode of Director's Cut content as I await the sequel, but Hideo Kojima, you have outdone yourselves. Everyone acting, Norman Reedus, Mads Mikkelsen, except Margaret Qualley, like everybody who, y'all, round of applause. You can't hear, I won't clap because it'll sound really annoying for the microphone, but pretend I'm clapping. Round of applause, complete round of applause. This was, it was good. Like, what do I say? It was good. It was good. Graphics 10 out of 10. Music 10 out of 10, story 10 out of 10, characters 10 out of 10. Even the gameplay I love, which I can see why some people might not like it, and I can see why the early criticism came about. But for me personally, I love the shit out of the gameplay. I love me some, you know, just delivering, just doing some stuff, and you know, some mundane stuff, and the crazy shit happens in between. But then some mundane stuff comes back, and then more crazy shit happens. Like, I enjoyed it. One of my best experiences of gaming in general. I don't remember when this game came out exactly, but it might have been my game of the year had I played it when it first released. Like, I can't imagine it was too dissimilar from the experience of, you know, the updated version on PC, which has like, you know, the graphical upgrades and whatnot from the PS4 and you know, all that stuff. But it was so good. And like I said, I barely get emotional for video games nowadays, or really not even just video games, like TV shows and movies in general. Like I barely get emotional for, you know, fictional stuff like that nowadays. But I gotta say, that ending hit me hard as fuck. Like I was kind of depressed. Like I mean, I'm sure you heard it in my fucking voice. Like I was just depressed. Like shit. Like that shit hit me hard. And I know when I'm done with the director's cut stuff, I'm gonna have some really serious post-series depression, because shit, like there's literally nothing like Death Stranding on the market as in terms of video games. For now, like you could probably get like bits and pieces of this type of game, like from story or gameplay or whatever, but I don't think you can ever get like the exact same sequence of, you know, Death Stranding itself in like another series. Like there's really nothing I could think of that's anything like this, like at all. If there is, let me know, but I don't think you're gonna find it. Like I just, like, it's such a unique experience. Like it's insane. I mean, if you thank you for hearing me ramble for 30 minutes if you stayed along for this, and that's the end of the main story for Death Stranding. I can't wait to get into the director's cut content, and then finally close the chapter. I'll finish up all the interviews for that episode. So if you care about the interviews, the lore, I'll be doing that. I'll finish all of them up. If you care about me seeing the actual trailers to Death Stranding 2 and the teasers and whatnot, I'll also be doing that. And yeah, that's it. But one of the best games I've played in a really long time. Like one of the best games for sure. For sure. That's it. I got nothing left to say. Okay, goodbye. Let me go to sleep with my depression. Thank you.